Who do I have but Burning Bob Mckinlay?
Burning Bob.
How are you?
How are you doing, Bob?
I'm smashing. Hi.
How have you been enjoying what you've been seeing so far?
Wicked. It's just, these are all amazing. So there, I was part of the last one as well. So that's when I done the hot bites at 10:40 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, I bet that was. Yeah, that happens for me sometimes when I'm doing like some of the lives, because I mean, obviously I'm English, but I live in California. I've been in California for 30 years now, and by living here, you know, by the time you guys get up, I'm going to bed. So there's a lot of times it's like, hey, Jiff, do a challenge, and then it's like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, which, you know, still I don't mind doing that. Most of the challenges I've done, I think about the only one challenge that I did that kind of got me slightly good was the Chug challenge. And what will you be doing for us today?
Funny how you mentioned that, because the UK Chilli Queen just went and announced it, and here am I.
Look at that. Burning Bob's got the League of Fire Chug 2. Stu, no drooling.
That's what happens when we win pod competitions.
Oh, I tell you. Well, you know, a little bit of the story about Burning Bob. Burning Bob's been around, you know, a while in the UK scene. Started off, I think James Nixon, the wee Dafty, brought him in, or the Scots brought him in.
That was back in November.
Yeah, wasn't that pizza, hot pizza, I think it was.
Yeah.
And, you know, Bob's gone from there to basically eating pods like they're Smarties. You did fantastic in that competition, man. I was blown away by how well you did eating those pods. It was like it. I know, like it didn't affect you. It was amazing. So it'll be good to see, you know, what the Chug challenge does to you. So do you have a timer, or do you need me to time for you? What would you like?
Can you time it, please? Aye.
Definitely. Give me 1 second. With my moving chair. All right. So if I'm looking at the rules of League of Fire, according to League of Fire, there's the 2 Chug methods.
It's the same.
It's the same as the last rules. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically read through the rules here, so that everyone is up and on top. There's basically 2 Chug methods. There's hot shots, and that's 2 chugs from a clear glass with a 3-minute burn after each one. So basically what Burning Bob's going to do is he'll put his glass down. He'll fill out about half of it with a hot sauce. He'll chug that. He'll wait 3 minutes, and then he'll fill the next one up and do the same thing again. Another chug, and then run another 3 minutes. Then there's also the turbo chug, which is downing the lot straight from the bottle with a 4-minute time. Which one are you doing, Bob? Are you doing the chug or the 2? Bob's doing the 2. Good man. Maximum points.
Aye.
And
last night I done that.
Oh, the cherry chocolate nightmare. How was that? I've got to get me one of them. I've got some Mobes and some other stuff, but I've been looking forward to probably I'll place an order with Willie Pete's here soon and get some of that. I've heard a lot about it. Wouldn't mind trying it. So as you will see, this the Chug challenge is pretty brutal. You know, obviously as someone who's done the challenge, and Bob has done. Did you do the first Chug challenge?
A
couple of times, yeah, a couple of times.
Out of the 3 of them, the first 2 was kind of like half of ones.
Yeah, I remember that.
Was technical things.
It would be interesting to see because, you know, according to Matt and Paul, the talks that there's a different ingredients in this Chug here. So I mean, the last one was like fire in the friggin' belly. I will tell you that. And I thought I was going to go for 2 of them, but I didn't. I had Alex with me, and I was blown away that Alex, my wife Alex, was able to do one of those chugs too. It was amazing that this was something they did. So like I say, Burning Bob's been doing this a while. He's already done the challenge. Oh, well, not this challenge. This one. The first one to do this challenge was right before my broadcast. Shan Shahina, the UK Chili Queen, she was the one that did that. And she did a pretty good job. So she's basically the first one on the table. So after this, Burning Bob's going to be the second person on the table. And what I'll do, Bob, is just so you know that I will go through this later on tonight once I'm done. Any of the people that are doing challenges that are League of Fire that need the video, I'll go through and I'm going to edit out your own little spot, basically, which will be from when you start this challenge to when you finish the challenge. And then I'll send it to you, and then you can submit it to League of Fire yourself.
Yep,
Sound good?
Hey, could you actually send it to James then?
I could.
And then it's usually him that does my League of Fire ones anyway.
Oh, not a problem. I'll send it on to the Scott's bonnet for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's put some stuff in here. You got a lot. There's a lot of people. I don't know if you can see some of this, but you know, a lot of the people are saying, "Mon the Bob." What's this? You got this, you wee dafty.
No bother, Jay, you big dafty.
Smash it, Bob.
Thanks, Rob, brother.
Look, I mean, you got a whole bunch here.
Thanks, Kaylee, you big dafty.
We're not sure what we got a question here that says, you know, what's the heat on the Chug? So I'm not really sure what the heat on the Chug is, because Shen was probably the first one to do it, and I don't want to say that. Well, I think Shen operates on a different level than all of us. So you know, what's maybe like super, or what's super hot to me, maybe just middle of the road or 3/4 to her. So it'll be interesting to hear from you, Bob, even though you've moved a fair amount up in how it's going. You're moving up the League of Fire table like crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm going to do is I've got my trusty stopwatch right here. I'll make sure it's visible right there. So you can pour out and tell me, and I'll keep time on this, and I'll let you know what's happening.
Go on, Bob, you can do this. Good luck.
Well, Shahina's was a world first for any UK or the European side. Bob will be doing the Chug, basically the Chug 2 for the first time on any UK US side. I'm sure that these Chugs are going to be available too on League of Fire. Matt Tangent will. I'm sure something's going to come out now. I missed the end of the last broadcast. That looks like half right there, Bob. Looks good.
Next week sometime they'll be out.
Yeah, that'll be decent. You see now, like for the last time, when the first time the Chug came out, I think I even spent a couple of days going, do I want to get it? Do I want to order it? And then I'm like, yeah, I will. And now, if you look back, now people are dying to get them.
Yeah.
And it's good that, you know, I'm glad that in one way that the Chugs haven't gone on the black market the same way the Packy chips have gone. Now, the Packy chips, those things, I mean, even in America, they're insane just to buy one. You know, you're looking at $30 to $50. And I was just super lucky to get one for around $20. So it worked out well. But really, with the Chug challenge, how long before you're ready, Bob?
I can totally smell the scorpion.
I bet. Well, you let me know when you're ready. You just say 3, 2, 1, and I'll hit on it when you're ready.
Go on, Bob.
3, 2, 1.
Go on, Bob. Took it like a pro. Well done, Bob.
There we go, Bob. You've already started and you're on your way. So off the bat, if you want to talk, what's the taste like? What does it taste like to you?
Can totally taste the scorpion. Lovely.
Go on, Bob. Sorry.
There we go.
Go.
All right. Well, we're just moving on 22 seconds. I'm just going to knock up some of the things here that people are putting up. And they're saying all the first versions are sold out. Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but definitely the first versions are all sold out. I think there's a few around. I think I heard mentioned that there was, I think Paul had said there was like 4 or 5 chugs still around. Coming up on the first minute, Bob. And I was going to say, if there are any chugs around, Stu Walker, Grandpa Nuke will have sniffed them out by now. Okay. Guy's got an amazing nose for those chugs, that's for sure.
You've been going crazy with this one.
There's a couple. Dale's like, Bob, you are a dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
Someone wants to know, how's the heat, Bob?
Just sitting at a 2.
How's it feel on the belly compared to the last chug that you did?
That's fine. Can you just totally taste it right in the tongue? Easy on the belly, but
well, it's good. I know that for me, it was pretty strong and hard on the belly. I mean, I took that. I mean, I like to say that I've got a cast iron gut.
Yeah.
Even that chug did a good job on me. I mean, it really did a good job. And then once I added milk to it, I mean, coming up on 2 minutes, Bob, and you don't even look like it's affecting you in the least. At this rate, brother, you're gonna. I mean, I remember just the last time, I think, when you first tried the chug challenge, and I was watching you do it, and you got the half one, you got the first one down.
Yeah.
And it just got to you, and it just does. You just don't anticipate that it's going to have that strong of an effect on you when it really does. It's like a punch to the gut.
Never underestimate it.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I know it's a little early to do this, but I mean, are you going to buy a few of these? Are you going to go to?
Totally.
I bet. I mean, I'm going to do the same thing here. I hope to get a few of them sent over. I'm sure I can get them sent over. I think Heiko was going to say that he was going to probably carry some, so that'll be good. So we're coming up right into the last. Here comes the first 3 minutes. And there's your 3 minutes done. First chug done, Bob. Fantastic. Well done, Bob. Well done. Oh, I got something good for you here right now, Bob. Shen just said she did another 5.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well, I'll say that. And then she said, just kidding. But I don't know. She said, just kidding. But, you know, knowing Shen, I'd actually believe her.
In that one.
Yeah, I won't put it past her. Huh? So there's another one for your shelf. You tell me when you're ready for that one, Bob, and we'll start it. You do the thing, do your countdown, and I'll come in here and click. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush on you, brother.
3, 2, 1.
Go on, Bob. Do it like a pro.
There it goes. Down it goes.
Down it goes. Disappeared.
Way to go, Bob. I'm blown away, man. You're just amazing in what you're doing. Time is running. We're going on. Gonna click up some things. Look, even Shen says you're doing so well.
Thanks a lot, Chug.
Yeah, she's gonna have to worry a little bit.
That's tough to be, honestly. Wow.
I know. Well, hopefully that, you know, these COVID restrictions will ease up a little bit, and if they ease up a little bit, you know, I know a lot of us on the group are talking about hopefully Time Burner and maybe meeting up at Time Burner. I mean, it would be awesome. Alex and I were actually thinking about. We were hoping to see if we could squeeze in a surprise visit and just arrive there out of the blue, but I don't think it's feasible now, especially with all of the first minute done, by the way.
Yep.
Especially with all of the restrictions on flying and traveling.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But, you know, that's something that we're definitely going to try to do. I know that, like I say, with the shelter in place and staying in, and not being able to go out. It's affected a lot of us, and that's why a lot of what we're doing here with this festival, and you, and I mean, look at you, you're at 1:30. And just to remind everyone that Burning Bob here was stepping in for Johnny Scoville. Johnny had something that he could not change, and he had to step out, and was beside himself that he had to. And I know that, you know, John, if Johnny had to do it, there was a dang good reason that Johnny had to do it. But he'll probably be in later tonight. So we lose one legend, and then we gain Burning Bob, another legend, coming up onto 2 minutes. And I mean, you are, man, you're just kicking ass on these friggin' challenges, and you're doing fantastic. If ass was a bad word, I'll go on the naughty step with the bonnet. 2 minutes done. 2 minutes done. And I should have turned off my notifications and forgot to, but never mind. 2 minutes and 14 seconds done. So you've only got one bottle, yes, Bob? You're not going to pull out another surprise bottle out of there, are you?
I wish.
I want to remind everyone why Bob won that bottle. It was because of the pod competition that Stephen Dixon, Hot Pods, and NEUK put on last week. Bob just belted through it. He won 2 competitions. Not only did he win that, but he also won the competition for all. There was a competition for name whoever was going to win all the heats, and Bob got every single one of them correct. So it was a Burning Bob weekend. And the way this is looking like this is a Burning Bob day. 3 minutes coming up, and bam, Bob, you have successfully completed the Bob Challenge 2.
Maybe.
You did it in the hot shots. You did it in the hot shots where you took 2 separate shots to take care of you.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling wicked.
All right. So now, how's the chug feeling on you? Stomach-wise, taste-wise, mouth-wise?
Stomach, it's fine. It's just right in the tongue.
So is it different than the first chug? Because I remember, the first chug, man, it was just like when you drank it, it was like, see you, bang, just a punch right to the gut. That's what it felt like.
This isn't total gut bomb.
Okay, well, that's good. And it'll be interesting, you know, once I send you the video of this, I send it to James, would be to find out, you know, how this reacts on you later. I'm going to probably do the same thing with Shen. I'll call her or just send her a message, and just, you know, just so we know what to expect when all of us start going crazy doing these chug challenges. Hopefully the
mouth and kind of a wee bit of the throat, this one, but apart from that, it's fine.
All right, excellent. I mean, it's sorry. All right, so yeah, that's it is a fantastic thing. I can't remember what the prices of the chug were, but I'm sure that, you know, they'll be on the website, and I'm sure that, you know, as with our challenges, it's not that we look for prices. We're you know, NEUK, we like to support our chili producers. We like to support we support League of Fire. We support anyone that allows us to enjoy what we enjoy to do, eating pods, and sauces, doing reviews. And even though people say that reviews are kind of silly and passe, they're really, I love hot sauce reviews because my palate, your palate, everyone's palate is completely different. So it's good to have different reviews, you know, except for some, like, you know, some people will review the bomb and then they'll tell me, oh, it tastes like licking the battery. I tried it. They're right. It tastes like licking the battery, but it still has like an amazing amount of heat. So it all depends if you're looking for heat or if you're looking for flavor. Me personally, love flavor. I love how
I'm the opposite. I'm for heat.
I know, and that's what I figured. Heat, I can handle heat, but sometimes I'll taste the sauce and it looks so damaging. It'll have like some kind of Satan's backside on it or something like that. And, you know, it'll put a little bit of fear in me. And then I taste it and I'm like, I've had hotter, you know, and you always get to that. So, I mean, you know that you can add the extract with the amount of SHUs and it can pump it up there. You know, I think, did you do one of the Toa Satans?
No, but I've got one.
Oh, man, I've got one too. And like Nixon, I freaking hate cinnamon. Right? Cinnamon's not one. That's kind of why I've been backing off of it, because cinnamon's not one of the ones that I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do it when I'm trying to talk Alex into do it actually, but I mean, I'll do it for a nuke table if we have to. I'm not sure. There's no way I'm going to get anywhere near Cameron Grannon's time. There's no way that. I mean,
I think if you should do it together then, like, because I'd be up for that if you're up for doing that.
I know there's quite a few. I made sure that NEUK is well stocked.
We could get a few of these together and just do it one night.
Yeah, that's a definite. I know that, you know, if there's anyone in the UK that wants any Toa Satans, and you know, most of the Toa Satans have to be bought from the US, but I sent over a care package of Toa Satans, and I hopefully Luciano will have Luciano has them in the UK. So if anyone wants any, and he may have sold them all for all I know, but it would be good to do another Toa Satan one. And I think the NEUK style, we kind of liven it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know, I think the challenge is to hold it in your mouth for 5 minutes. And
yeah.
that's the challenge. We know that we can do that easily. So we upgraded the challenge to lick the sucker to death, basically. Just lick it as fast as you can. And whoever's the first, and I think Cameron had an amazing time, like 13 minutes or 14 minutes.
That was a good one.
And all he was doing was like, with that friggin' stick non-stop. And I think the Podfather show and overthrow was second. And, and he had a fair amount of that done. But, you know, so like I said, people put out challenges. We at Nuke, we like to up them a little bit, especially with you, Bob. It was amazing watching you do this. You got more time, or do you need to head off?
No, I'm still fine.
All right, excellent. How's the guts? All doing good? Because I mean, people are saying 3-minute burn, and it looks to me like you've almost had a 13-minute burn right now. I mean, you're just riding it through.
I'm enjoying the chat as well.
And I've got to tell you, I'm unbelievably proud of you, brother, watching your Chilli journey, watching how you've come from like being shy in front of the camera to super hot to going, give me your hottest. And in a good way, because you always meet the fools that go, oh, give me your hottest. And then you give them their hottest, and then they're like, you know, they're in the fetal position on the ground crying. And you say, you wanted my hottest. You, on the other hand, now you've worked your tolerance up. You know, I think the other person, I think Tracy Freeman did the same thing. Amazing watching everyone. You know, I mean, the Scots Bonnet came in just flinging cabers everywhere. He was ready to go. You know? I mean, he came straight in. All right, I think I watched him early on, and he was just eating Reapers like they were nothing.
Yeah.
So you need to get on a few more tables, Bob, don't you?
Pardon?
How many tables are you on League of Fire now? Let's see. You've done the MOB.
Done the Chug first one.
Did you do the first? You've done the MOB, the first Chug, second Chug. Have you done Hot Bites?
Yeah.
That's 4.
Done the Hot Chips.
Hot Chips is 5.
Done the Tuba Feather.
Oh yeah, Tuba Terror 6. Man, you're like well into the golden ladles now.
I'm already in golden ladles for a while.
Yeah, so you're 6, almost 7. That's a pretty good accomplishment, you know, considering I'm only on 3.
Near enough, I'll actually be on other ones as well. 3 more. Pack Chip being 1.
Oh yeah.
The White Lightning being the other.
Yeah, those. Are you going to be able to get any of those?
I've got them sorted. Yeah.
Oh, including the White Lightning. That's a good one, because you know the White Lightning is only available from Chicago or from the United States. So you know that's good, because that'll add you on a few more tables.
Yep.
Let me see. I've just got to send out a quick warning here while I'm doing it. So, what other challenges do you have in store? Did you do the cherry chocolate cherry nightmare, Johnny Scoville's one?
Last night there, yeah.
Oh yeah, so and I think that's another table, is it not?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it is another table. So, man, you're on more tables than a beer mug. That's amazing. Well, it's
Also,
good.
also during this week coming, I'll be doing the Nemesis as well.
Oh, now that's him. You obviously know. Obviously, you know what the Nemesis tastes like, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, the Nemesis. Well, if you've done the third bite of the hot bites, that's basically what the Nemesis is.
Yeah.
Now, that Fuego box that me and Jared had earlier, and just to let you know, I don't know if you watched any of it, but
Yeah.
basically, it's it tastes like the middle bar of the hot bites to me. That's the
Yeah.
one. That's the one that it tastes like completely to me, and that was one of my favorite bars. I remember when I was doing the bites, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed tasting that particular bar. So by doing that, excuse me 1 minute so I can send this out. And there we go.
Huh?
Yeah, so by doing that, I really enjoyed that bar. I liked everything that came about it. Let's see. Oh, look, Dave Doran says that your Bayers are on the way too. So that's another table to do.
Well, thanks a lot, Davey. Honestly,
I know that I ordered 2 bags myself of these Rummy Bears because once Dave was telling me you don't want these, it just made me want them more. He's like, these are disgusting, and I'm like, I can't wait.
I've heard too much good things about them as well. So
I know, and I think Kaylee do some?
Yeah, yeah. I missed it as well because I had my wee cousin that phoned me on the phone as well. I was like, so I'll need to kind of rewatch later on.
Oh yeah, well, Christopher Campbell's asking Dave Doran where can we get bears. Well, the bears we can get at www.rummybears.com.
Yeah,
and he will ship them over to you. Relatively cheap shipping, I thought. I was impressed with what it was.
he's got a good deal on as well, doesn't he? Sure, it's 10% off.
I know that when I was looking at the order and there's these different toppings you can put on, and I was looking at all the different ones, and I'm like, what's the hottest topping there is? And it was like the spicy. I'm like, all right, that's what I want. And of course, it's basically all to the way of wanting that. Yeah. So I'm just going to see if there's anywhere here. People are saying like, how bad heat are the Rummy Bears? Offhand, I wouldn't know because I haven't tried them. If I go by what the creator says they're disgusting. Don't eat them. Edda tells me that they are super tasty. And I mean, if they're made with Reapers, I'm sure that they're super burning hot and they'll have all of the goodnesses that we expect,
Yep.
I'm super jazzed that there's a league table forming because of it. I was very excited about that because I haven't eaten my bears yet, and it would be I'm sure though if you've eaten bears in the past, I'm pretty sure you could probably send the video in. The ones that I think James has already tried the bears.
Yeah.
I can't remember how he did. 8 or 9 or something like that, or did he finish off the packet? I can't remember. But
I'm like he's sitting on the table behind Edda.
Yeah, I think Ed has done 2 attempts at it. I think both. I can't remember if both of them did both of it. I mean, I can always check it up on League of Fire, but I mean that's for a different time. Yeah. So I mean, we got 5 minutes left, Bob. Your stomach, how's it doing?
Yeah, it's starting to kind of now.
Oh, it's getting a little kick in. What I'm going to do, brother, is I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to thank you for 2 different things. I'm going to thank you for being awesome and being Burning Bob and coming on here and knocking out that chug challenge like it was strawberry juice. I'm also going to thank you very, very much for at short notice stepping in for Johnny Scoville. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. I know that Johnny had to leave because of unforeseen circumstances, and it was important. And I'm glad, most of this is just so people know, anyone watching, anyone that's American watching, if Bob's accent is a little hard to understand, it's because he's from out in the UK English side. And Bob kindly agreed to step in for Johnny and do this chug too. Second time it's ever been done. Second person right on the table. Tony says, well done. Oh,
Thanks a lot, Luciano.
here's the other one. I'm going to send this one up. All right, Rob. So I'm going to send you out back into the thing. Again, thanks again. Take it easy, brother. Much love. Chilli love.
Thanks to you as well.
I got to turn this off. All right. Thanks, brother. I'll talk to you soon. So, yeah, we had a great time there with Bob. Bob, as you guys saw, smashed that Chug 2 challenge like it was nothing. Now that makes me want to buy a few more.